Okay, guys. Bottom line is their defense late in the game was much stronger than our offense was. We did not get a good shot at all after RJ made the three free throws to put us up. We never got another good shot after that the whole time. So their defense was better than our offense. Throughout the course of the game, we missed a bunch of free throws. Yes, that would have helped us. There's no question about that. But um, they're a fantastic offensive team, but they get you to turn it over. So the second half, we didn't turn it over nearly as much. But I'm looking here. We shoot 39% in the second half. It's a lot better than the 27 we shot in the first half. But the bottom line is their defense was a lot stronger than our offense was.
Brendan?
Hey, Roy, you mentioned how those last couple of stops there, their defense was better than your offense. That one possession in particular where Garrison looked like he may have been trying to find Caleb. And what was supposed to happen there, and what did FSU to make that complicated?
It was not anything complicated. We were playing basketball, which we play 99% of the time. It's freelance, and we wanted one screen early, and that didn't work. And Garrison, our guys weren't doing a very good job of getting open. I would have liked for him to be a little more aggressive because he may have been able to take it towards the basket, if not take it all the way. But the bottom line is that their defense was stronger than our offense was. We're in freelance there, and they're man-to-man. They switch everything. Their size bothers the little guys. That's the bottom line.
Brian Keys?
Roy, playing such a physical team, how did you feel that the team's energy was down late, playing your third game in as many days?
I think the energy level was fine. That's what you can use as an excuse, and we're not doing that. The Florida State's team beat North Carolina's team, regardless of whether it was 3 days in a row to not play, that's part of the game.
Mike Topper?
Hey, Coach. Obviously, the game's real fresh, but I wanted to ask you, seeing what happened with Duke and seeing what happened with Virginia this morning, you've been dealing with this all season with the pandemic, but do you have an extra level of concern as you get ready to go to Indianapolis and prepare for the tournament?
I've had a high level of concern all year long, and I think said it last night, or at some point, I think we should congratulate the young people of how they've handled this. It's been an unbelievable challenge. It's been an unbelievable worry on every coaching staff, every medical staff. Every team in the country has asked their young people to act completely different than what they would normally act in college. And I just think our kids all around the country have done a great job. And I think the same thing would probably be Tony and Mike would say the same thing about their teams. It's just it's very different times, very difficult times is what it's been all year.
CL, go ahead.
Ray, did you have to challenge Kerwin Walton at halftime to kind of hunt for his shot more? He only took one attempt in the first half. It seemed like he was just more aggressive in the second.
Well, everybody did a better job. Yes, I challenged all of them, not just Kerwin. If he's only going to take one shot, that's not helping us. I want him to play defense. I want him to do all those other things, and he is getting better. He's our best outside threat by far, so I told him he had to move better, and everybody else had to do a better job of getting him shots. And it's been a problem that we've had basically all year of making outside shots other than Kerwin, and we're not getting him enough looks. We're still shooting a bunch of them, but we're not getting enough makes.
Pardon me, Coach. Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, maybe this is too soon to ask this question, but 3 games in 3 nights, what several things kind of jump out at you that you guys did really well that you're very pleased with in a way that maybe made you guys a better team this week?
Well, I think we showed some toughness in last night's game, particularly when we were down and they fought back, and then we did the same thing in the game tonight, but we didn't make enough plays the last 3 minutes to win the game. But I think that we talked at halftime tonight about, hey, we were down 12 at our own building and came back, and we came back today. But the polite youngster Anthony made a big-time 3 from the corner against us. We had a little bit of a defensive breakdown at that point, but he made a big-time shot. But yeah, we've done some good things, but right now the pain and the negative feelings you have about letting one slip by that you had a chance to win is a lot more dominating than any of the other thoughts.
All right, we've got time for two more. Adam Smith, go ahead first, please.
Roy, when you heard about what happened with Virginia today and them not being able to play and being out of the tournament, and that it apparently has put them in jeopardy for the NCAA tournament too, when you get that news, does it give you any sort of did you think maybe we shouldn't play? Is that even a thought that enters your mind when you hear about the jeopardy for the tournament, the NCAAs? I mean,
yes. I talked about it with one of my staff members. I did think about it, but I don't think there's any great answer. I mean, I really don't. It's sort of like, don't play football. Well, you can get hurt trying to cross the street. All those things. I don't think there's any perfect answer. And what's going on in our world has really been a difficult time. But yes, I talked about that with one of my coaches, and it's something we've been worried about all year. And I'm sure that Duke's already made their decision, but I'm sure that Tony and his staff are concerned about it, as we all are.
Okay, last one. Ross, go ahead, please.
Hey, Coach, you used a lot of different big man rotations throughout this tournament, especially using Bacot and Sharp together. What do you want to see out of your different big man rotations, and what do you especially want?
I want us to play better and be more effective inside. The first half, they got 6 shots, and it was not just the perimeter players not throwing them the ball. We weren't aggressive enough getting the ball inside, and that's a two-way street. The perimeter players have got to throw the ball in there, and the big guys have got to work hard enough to get open and be demanding of wanting the basketball. And I don't think we had that. I don't really care who plays with who. I just want 2 guys in there that are going to play really, really well. And you guys can look at the stat sheet, you can look at the game tape, you can look at everything. And I think the bottom line is that we didn't play well, but you got to give Florida State credit for that. Their defense was stronger than our offense was. And I'm not saying that anything about 3 days in a row and we were step slow and all that stuff. Those are excuses. Their defense was stronger than our offense. The first 2 games, I was very pleased about all of our big guys, and one of them one game, one the next, and those kind of things. It did help. It would have helped us if Garrison had been 100%, but that's the game. It's part of basketball, and it's part of college basketball, and Florida State deserves everything they have and have earned tonight by playing and getting to play for the championship tomorrow night. They've done a great job all year. They had a blip at the end of the year. Those 2 games cost them the conference regular season, but Leonard is a great coach and has done great things, and they'll be fighting for a championship of the tournament tomorrow, and they'll be a team that nobody wants to play in the NCAAs.
Thanks, Coach. All right, Matt, I'll go get Armando and Caleb.
Kiara, go ahead.
Hey, Armando. As a leader for this team, how do you get these guys back on track to do it all again in just another tourney?
Yeah, man, obviously we hurt, but I guess we fought back. So some stuff we can take away from that. But like I said yesterday, we dig ourselves in a hole like that again versus them. There was no chance of us winning, but we actually got a chance, got the lead, but they're a good basketball team. They had some good shots, and we just lost. But I guess we can just carry this momentum. I feel like we got better as a team this week, and we can carry that on into the tournament.
Andrew?
Hey, Armando, can you identify a couple areas that you think you guys absolutely grew this week, areas you got better?
I would just say confidence mainly, and just our approach. I feel like we know we can play with any team now. We feel like we play our best game and just go out there from the jump. We could be good. Obviously, we didn't get the start we wanted today, but Florida State defense is a little weird to take a little adjusting to do just because of the switching and all that. So just finding the weak spots take a little bit longer than other. But I would just say confidence and just knowing that we got to go out there and being ready to play every game.
Brett.
Armando, after you heard about Virginia this morning and after Duke yesterday, were you concerned at all that this game might not be played tonight?
No, because we've been in the bubble for a minute now, and I feel like we've been doing a good enough job to prevent it from happening.
CL?
Armando, you said Florida State's defense is a little weird. Is there anybody else you've played that can switch kind of like they do, switch every screen and has the length. Is there anybody comparable, or are they unique in that respect?
No, they're definitely unique in that respect because they got so much length and they're athletic. And I mean, they play 12 players deep, so they just always kind of like how we are with our front court. They just always got fresh legs and they switching, they fronting the post, not letting us get into our set. So it's just a tough thing. It's kind of a game of just playing freelance the whole time out there, trying to just go and score one-on-one and stuff like that. Because I mean, it's just hard to get in your offense versus them.
Ryan Keys, go ahead.
Armando, can you tell us what your energy level is like right now after playing 3 games in 3 days?
I mean, I'm ready for the next one. I mean, we thought with 2 minutes left, this was our game. I mean, I'd much rather be playing tomorrow. I mean, we all fine, though. We just ready to play, ready to lock in for the tournament.
Okay, we got 2 more here. Ross, you first, please.
Hey, Armando, kind of paying attention to some of the big man rotations y'all have used in this tournament. What do you like about playing with Day'Ron, and what do you like about playing about with Garrison? Like, how's that kind of work? You kind of break down the differences in playing with each guy and Walker.
Yeah, we're playing with Garrison. I mean, I know he's such a smart player, so he kind of can cover the tracks of a lot of us just out there, and just his leadership and just he always knowing where to be and what to do. So it's kind of like just another coach out there on the floor. And with Day'Ron, I mean, y'all know how Day'Ron is. I thought today he had the biggest impact on the game just when he came in the minutes he played. He went out there and fought. I thought me and him did a good job just on the boards, just competing. And with Walker, I mean, he's just so good. He's a shot blocker. He kind of like Garrison in the fact where if you get beat off the dribble, you'll have him on your weak side to go block shots. I mean, you're always getting offensive rebounds. He can stretch the floor and all that.
Okay, last one, Adam.
Armando is a player and a guy that usually has pretty interesting perspective. Just what do you make of how this tournament is ending? Georgia Tech is going to play in the final. They've played 1 game the tournament. FSU, that was their first game tonight. Just as a player, how do you look at that, and what do you make of what has happened here?
I mean, honestly, it's just kind of scary, to be honest with you. Just especially going into the NCAA tournament, just not knowing like what can happen. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure all those teams have been following the right measures, and it's just you just never know who can get it, where it's at, how. So, I mean, it'll be definitely interesting to see how these next couple of weeks go with the tournament and things like that.
Thank you, Mondo.
Thank you. All right, we'll get Caleb in here in a minute.
Brendan, go ahead.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, Caleb. Roy and Armando both had mentioned how just because Florida State was so long and athletic defensively, you guys had to play a lot of freelance. There was that one possession late in the game, maybe a minute and a half left, where Garrison sort of got stuck holding the ball outside the 3-point line. Can you just sort of talk us through what you saw in that play? What didn't go according to plan?
We were just trying to get some movement, trying to get open, and hopefully get a open drive. But they're so long and they deny all the passes, and we couldn't really get anything in a Florida game. So we just tried to throw something up because it was late clock and we didn't get nothing done.
Greg.
Hey, Caleb, to kind of build on that, you had a lead with, I think, 3:15 to play and really struggled to find scoring opportunities after that. How much of that was you guys trying to maybe force the issue a little bit, and how much was Florida State's defense?
I think it was a little bit of both. They're a good defensive team, and we knew that coming in. They like to deny all the pass. They like to pressure us full court, 94. So just getting in our offense, we can't really want to set offense against them because they deny so much. So to beat them, you got to do a lot of movement, got to do a lot of screening your own man, and we couldn't really get nothing in the Florida game, like I said earlier. So it was tough to get good shots, and we find ourselves having to throw something up at the end of the shot clock.
CL, go ahead.
Caleb, even with the loss today, in what ways would you say this team has come out of this tournament more confident heading into the NCAA?
I think we just found out how deep we are. And we really got guys that comes in and gives us a lift off the bench, and we really can play 10, 12 guys. So it's just tough for us because we wanted that championship. We wanted to get to that championship, but just coming to this tournament, we learned a lot, and we just got to push forward for this next stretch.
Mike Topper, go ahead.
Hey, Caleb, going off along those lines, I wanted to ask you if I could please have you look forward just a little bit. For you and a lot of guys on this team, this will be your first NCAA tournament experience. What are you looking forward to most as you get ready for Indy here next week?
Just taking it one game at a time. That's all I care about is winning, and just winning one game at a time, focusing on the game ahead of us, and just trying to win, just doing whatever I can to get us a win, and my teammates being locked in and coaches just lifting us so we can get this national championship.
Ross.
Hey, Caleb, there's plenty of positives to take away from the 3 games, even coming back in this contest. What kind of things you think were challenging that you need to improve on, you have to get better at to play better at the NCAA tournament?
Myself or the team? Okay. I think myself, I just got to learn how to get better shots and get my teammates more involved, and just when I don't have the ball, move without the ball, get my teammates screens, like for Kerwin, getting them open, for the bigs, feeding the bigs, and working inside out, because that's the best part of our game, just working inside out. And then as far as the team, I think we got to defend better, talking more on defense, and then on offensive end, we got to move more. We get a little stagnant, and then we got to get in late shot clock, and then nothing comes good out of that. So just I think we learned a lot, like I said, and we'll work on it and watch film and get better.
Couple more here, Adam.
Caleb, because of the way the game in Chapel Hill played out, with you guys being able to come back against FSU and win that game, even though it was, a struggle out there for a lot of tonight, when you fell behind, did you still think that the comeback, you had it in you because you had done it before against them? Do you think that the game you want to get to them helped you come back tonight in any way?
No doubt. I knew we had to come back in. No doubt. There was no doubt in my mind or in my teammates or coach's mind that we didn't have a comeback in us. We had it, and we just let it slip away. But with that team, it's hard because they don't go away. They always gonna come forward. They always gonna push back and fight back. So getting down with them is tough.
Brian, go ahead.
Caleb, you mentioned Florida State's hard to play because they switch so much, but they also, are kind of unique because they'll run 12 deep with guys that are all pretty athletic. Is it, hard just to keep up with them towards the end of the game when they're just, they have fresher legs because none of them are playing anything close to 30 minutes?
Oh yeah, it's tough because they do play like 12 guys, and they haven't played a game in the ACC yet, but in the ACC tournament yet, but that's no excuse. We should have handled business, and there's no excuses that we should have won that game.
All right, last one, Brendan, quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, Caleb, you mentioned how you guys thought you had the comeback in you, and we know 3 minutes left, you had the lead. What did Coach Williams say at halftime to sort of spur you guys on? Like, how did he sort of challenge you guys in that moment?
Just telling us to compete. He telling us we've been here before, and we came back, and then Coach Davis gave us another speech about how we always dig ourselves a hole, but every time we lock in and we compete in the second half, we always come out on top. But we fell short this game, and like I said, we got it's a new season now. Now we gotta lock in for the NCAA tournament.
Thank you, Caleb. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Caleb. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thank you.